yen sheka se bono ase a na ye mo akwaba sefa message ni nyina so ehia yen ewo yen Facebook no ase official page no eye DLFM 106.9 wo de ba ye bekinka ne nyina so na ye dia mawo yen sheka se bono ase a na ye body ewram ewo NPP wo so amanyuko no emu na se bi empanezi se wotwi wi a aya na we etato ne nyina no ene se ene nan ana Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia asabrei wotu franka ede aboase wonyatu menu a wobedi SM mampani ewo Ghana hanom no wode honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe napo edin ekoma mampani ekufu ado se daachi bia no se akwanya bemu a napo anopese obo na chiridom ese running mate ewo ne dwumadi a wodie ese franka ekurafo na no ana honsam no akwakoye bibiri pa na empanifo ahodo a womakasa ede afa ho no emu baako ene asante atem eye north emrahye bedwani honorable lawyer Andy Apiakubi wo Israel eye leading member edema NPP amayoko no wotiremu a se wo hwe edi no a Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia ababeto gasanka wonyayanka obebodi se running mate no a Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempenka wanka ho kra wotiremu a wono no wonya choice ana wonya better krampo enye obi asebio Dr. Mahmoud Baumia epese oboni din na emom no eye nipa bi ana pese faculty kwan efo so ase wo mo napodi se de be ya enke betimi afeve nipa bi omo political interest na no ana yewura eye lawyer Andy Apiakubi wona semtrofodi nkomo no wo kirem se senapo ebo Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ekire dom ese running mate ya anwe ya enkunimdie be ya den e de ama NPP amanyuko no nanso enipa bi wo amanyuko no mu a enokure wo mo mpe wo kan sesi apenaches wa yetamfo na wono de wonya kwanyan wo kan ade atrem ama Ghana fo nyina ate se Dr. Mahmoud Baumia edidi no ekọ na sempenefo gitum sa ai wono ana womra meye running mate enfama Dr. Mahmoud Baumia wo ka kire Ghana fo nyina se enye Dr. Mahmoud Baumia na choice ene na po nemum eye nipa bi ana efa kwati kwan ede acha no conference se napo enye obi a obetimi aboa amankunimdie aba NPP afa wobra wakasa no emunsem bie.
Well, I wouldn't speak for a majority because, as I told you, we have not been consulted as a caucus for us to state our position. But me, Apiakubi, you can solicit my view on that. If it was for me to choose, I would choose him. Why? He's not my preference. Me, yes. Apiakubi is saying that he is not my preference. But that doesn't mean that he is not qualified. Well, if there was an opportunity like that, I would express a candidate, however acceptable or otherwise, to our presidential candidate. I would want somebody who would be open with the people on the ground, who would be able to deliver the votes, and who would also submit to the presidency, and who would also be important in bringing parliament closer to executive. I would probably select somebody who is more acceptable by the generals going to the war, the parliamentarians. We should find somebody who, if the presidential candidate is not there, he will hold the hand of a member of parliament and go and conduct campaign in that member of parliament's constituency. And I don't see that happening in this equation. He cannot hold my hand. So why would I say that I prefer him? He cannot hold my hand.
Enia yoti ye asante achem north emrahye bedwani honorable lawyer Andy Apiakubi na oba yen Facebook no so awon so adwenkyere ne yagitum pa na eno achi ana honorable lawyer Andy Apiakubi wasade tato na wo kirem se national security for hwehwani mu ane so pani wo kirem ene sen wose de enti a wokasa national security wonom hwehwani mu ene se NPP party constitution no ba bia ne wonom ayatro ewo mu se yepe running mate abedi ekira anase yepe running mate ya esese national security ana ekokoye survey ede mamanyuko no anase individual bi na wo tirem se wo hwe wa my Ghana amamra ayetintim na fe apem ahankro do akumenu a national security wo mo ewo hono mo se wono me be adwuma ede aboa Ghana no Ghana institution nembom political institution na so no efitimra ase ediemieza Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe ana afi kranso no yewura wo se ya edetwum ana ye maame akwahwe frema opare wo modi pie ye se wonom ne ye pe running mate ade ama wonom no ana national security adana wo mo se bi obi body ana adwuma ye nsre wonom ana wo mo ye ana wo mo di adwuma ato ho ana NPP ho adwuma ana wo mo ye wo tirem se wo ye NPP liba mapa na emom ana mo no national security etuo no hwehwani mu se bio apaabo a won wana abom ho a enye Ghana ana abom kwan na wo busa kra se adwuma na wo mo ye no wo mo de ho ka abeto Ghana fo so na afiri se individual be interest and or more champion if it's a Ghana.
Where in our MPP constitution does it state that at a time like this, the national security will conduct a survey? Where is it? And is it the case that anybody would have instructed them to go and conduct a survey? And who did that? And if somebody did that, whose expense will it be? And why would we subject a national institution like national security to conduct a survey for a particular person? Or why would somebody come under a directive to conduct a survey in respect of one person's appointment or one person's nomination? I think national security has more to do than this survey. This survey, I find it very unnecessary. And like I said before, if I was the presidential candidate, I would even disappoint the national security and let them understand that they are busybodies in this matter. Nobody invited them into this. By not sticking to the candidate they're promoting. I mean, when did it become the function of national security to be promoting a particular candidate for nomination into a position of running mate? Why now? And at whose instance?
Any ayati ye emrashe bedwani a wote abelwa so de ma asante achemu north about one person so ana hinkro ani agogo ne di e de honorable lawyer anti apia kubi anasam no kure no wadwam say pain wo kire se NPP for ana ye wo madwuma enti e ba ne san ana national security state agency wono mbefa to am so say individual be interest enti ya tie gumonte so abra sa adwuma we enye national security madwuma enu nti we no busybody apedi amudi a obi amomopa emunsam anawote ye no
ye to aka sebo no so ane ye body awuramu Dr. Nyahota Makru ono no dintintin man pa MPP amanyokonum na wakasa ekirem se ne efina aba eno na ye die ni senti sa asem nya beto dwade a omoma no kwan na nsamtwerefo moma na kasem no so enka bi pa na okirem se sia meka sei Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia oye Frankatwini edima MPP amanyokro no ne hoye nwanwa pa efiri sei ono watena se adwene ho ahunu sei Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enya de papai ono wankasa beti message na yama no ho no wapa onipa ono wankasa wo pese oye na bedi akiri o kire ma jeso ono wankasa no hye come to ho sabi pe amanyokuo ni paso mama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kwan no wankasa pa onipa wo pe so me na bedi akiri de ebeye den pan papai kasa na wo kire mi sei na nse unam ho na abete sabi pe amanyokuo ni mama no mo keke ne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia upo wumpo abedi akiri no ba mo den se obeyi no edina free sentimental ena wakasa adenti na mbati na waya sasa papa mayi ni so no wankasa oni manim efam ko twapo kokko enko bo cha asase isui eba ne se na wankasa mo kire nde wonye na munni mugidi a ankamba to abayi ni se ono ena ko ni amanyoko nanim o kire ma sa na motuo na ekoso no odi ho a wonte ase na o kire m se ha na pa free se mpia amanyoko no e wo se anka wankasa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no mugya no padi ma no free se mo ne mugidi ese obetime sigya de ama na ho enu nti na moto aba ede ma no na ba ni senti nene mwangaza musi jina ne papa o kire m se ene ma hodo ekoso na ya ne ya pa ni senti odi MPP amanyoko no eho yawo ene o kasa na o kire m se mini bi atwam o mampenda da Jerry John Rawlings ono kasa ba maden epa ni pa wo pe na odi ne ye na bedi akiri o mampenda da eye John Ajekumkufu anso ono kasa ba maden si jina de ma na ho na o pa na bedi akiri na ba ni senti nene edu Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so a MPP amanyoko na si jina de papa o kire m se sa na motuo na ekoso no odwene ma ne ontia se no no kasa na wadi kan aka ade ato da say said the tia biala no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enya de ono obetimi apa wono akasa nipa ope na mo ne samtrafo je mere ekasa aye no emu enchiremu ni
Bawumia's position he find it very difficult to pick his own running. Rawlings take his own running mate. Let's limit ourselves to the fourth report. Jerry John Rawlings take his own running mate. Somebody will bring anyone to him and tell him, look, this one should go with him. He tried a car and he failed. He changed it to another person. Now, Kufo picked his own running mate. First round, second round, I was present. Nothing, somebody was saying. Now, Atamil his own running mate. Mahama picked his own running mate. Akufo-Addo in one picked his own running mate. In two picked his own running mate. Why can't Bawumia pick his own running mate? I know for a fact that he can't pick his own running mate. That mention of it almost 7 months ago. But if we are not careful, that alone can destroy our party. Bawumia, to be frank with you, he's a nice gentleman. I have dealt with him before. He's a very, very nice gentleman. There is not every gentleman who can be a good politician. No. Bawumia, I predicted that he will not be given the free hand by some people in the party because of their own interest to pick his own running. Now, he's left his option in the previous interview that I had with one of the leaders, that he would just never have to pick his running mate from Ashanti region. It has happened. Now, he is not going to pick his own running mate. That also has happened. We have in the country various regions. And if we are really going to improve as a political party that we are represented or we have representatives in all the regions, now we have 16 regions. Then a presidential candidate should be free to choose whoever he wants to run, be the person a female or a male.
Any AUTA, a prominent member, Edema MPP Amayokuno, Dr. Nhyiraba Kwadwo.
Yentua Kasiebono eso ewo DLFM 106.9 na wo ba in Facebook no so our message no yebeje ediatum na yada wasepa na positive change wo di free Madina an wo aba na wono so de wo aba yenua yenka ho asem yada ase yenka tax ho asem ne na mamon Belinda an wo se wo ma ha da ase Kasiebono edem ewa dental house and down wo so won hwe life ewo ho ana piaga wo si DLFM news always number 1 won so yada ase ana Doris anim wono so amaya ha won so yada ase papa anti Doris yento Kasiebono so na yenko yanim ye kwakọ to dem a asani a ekoso ewo honorable Dr. Kesal Atoforsen a wono wa minority leader ana afen so no attorney general Okogyeabour Ocran entem na efa ambulance ya sabra na NDC ti abanwa so ehonsem akoye pii no ewo Ghana fo asomo no asani no enu akọọtụ no esa atenase na wapani bakwa waka asani no hu a waka enipa a yabo omukwado no de wotoso miensa de yebeka ne se A3 anase accused person anase third accused person no ne din e de Richard Dapa enu a wabe akọọtụ so de ye no an wone nsam trofo di nkomo na wochirim se wotietie asani no a ekoso no a anse attorney general Okogyeabour Ocran ade a efe ne se ISO certification anse attorney general no wonte ase na wo say wotie attorney general argument anase ne nsem a okeka e wa asani ni mu no a wo hwe eye ISO certification eno ana akire se eye ambulance ya eye company no eye de ma yen eye big C no de ma Ghana for to ye no a anse eye international standard organization wo modwumadi a wo modie se wo behwe se dwumadi bia anase product bia obi de ba bonten emiti international standard no ase enkomu papa wo se wo hwe mu ase argument ya attorney general wo ya ne sign ase ISO certification no wonte ase na afi crown so wotire mu a na akwete se ISO eye company no anase certification no 2015 na akwete se bia eye big C company no kra no na bia wonum enya incorporated any ade na no ana eye Okogyeabour Ocran wade sansem wo nyina etu dwa no ana eye third accused Richard Dapa rim se anse wopani Okogyeabour Ocran attorney general no se wo ye school ni anka na de kire be ya pa wo kire na de wo mpese wo beti ase na anse se eye bon bi ne wabon wo firi se wo tietie ne nsem a wo keka ne nyina no a akwete se waye na adwene se wo mpese wo beti ase na mpokura no wono Okogyeabour Ocran no wono Dapa na tena se pen se wo kire ne nsem bi ase e de afa ISO certification ho na so asa papa no wonya na adwene se wo sua de edun 20 se no obetu no pa hwi firi se papa no ye attorney general no aso wabon kakra.
In that letter that I have no idea about, they claim I consistently engage in fraudulent conduct. And when you use the word consistent, it means I didn't engage in fraudulent conduct once, several. Yet the military that I know will not countenance such a behavior once, even for it to become consistent, without charging you, trying you, whether by your commanding officer or appropriate superior authority or by court martial. I've not even gone on an interview on it. I have no knowledge of all those that such a letter have been written by 7 military officers in order to get me out of the military. Without my knowledge, I was not named about that. I was never given the opportunity. In fact, the Attorney General was so mischievous that he presented a document, asked me to read it per the court rules. I read it, and then after reading it, he jumped into a different area so that I wouldn't have the opportunity to dissect that letter and expose the mischief and the unfounded allegation and the secret diabolical letter that was written.
Any ayeti ye A3 eye accused person 3 I wono wo aseni no emu ne din e de Richard Dapa ana wo kire se wopani attorney general Okogyeabour Ocran aseni no a ekoso no ankasa na wo bokọ no wonte ase ana ye was some terminology bi nso a wonte ase wo kire na de nso a wonfa na eno achi ana ND semanyuko no womo nso ede womo anu atombie echirim se wonom etie argument attorney general wono nso emeki ewo ISO document no ho no a bibia ekire se de wopani Richard Akpa eka no eye no kure na akwati se attorney general no aseni no kura mpo a wono wodie no ase brofo bi wo no ma wonte ase nanso no akwanwiasa so no opese wodie asemwei wopani ane din ede samedamfi wona kasa de ma ND semanyuko no enso ane de tuda
on the issues he himself has decided to pursue under cross examination, which is about the terms of the contracts, the role of JACPA and all that. He is displaying ignorance. This is an attorney general who, you heard on that tape we released, was misconstruing a letter of credit as advance payments. Clear illiteracy. He thinks that a letter of credit that has clear condition precedence, it constitutes advance payment. Clear illiteracy. Today too, you heard him in open court suggesting that an ISO certification, which is renewed annually and which is acquired by duly incorporated entities, organizations, companies for purposes of quality assurance. He was confusing an ISO certification with an incorporation documentation. He thinks that if you see an ISO certificate, it is a certificate of a registration of a company. This man is bankrupt in knowledge about the issues before the court.
Hey, Kwadwo Okogyeabour no. Was it Godfred your boy that were bankrupt when it comes to the knowledge of the issues at the court? Naturally, say attorney general want to be bia say eba court no aseni no hunim de no a attorney general enter here say bankrupt.
Ohun boto no mfa
krawanshim
sa no person kire
samejamfi e fa say samejamfi
wo fa say we nani adin
nani adin
pa
nani adin
sa asemu ya waka ne de eson wa pa we eson wa ba kire
oh yeah
eson wa ba kire
e ho attorney general na say also were bankrupt in knowledge e wa seni na wo mudie no na kire say in a way na attorney general wonim hwe kura e wa seni onim hwe ana wo pursue I see na abusia eno achi no samejamfi anu si ye no ana wapani a wono ne kasa de ma attorney general Godfred Amenidin e de Isaac Wilberforce Mensa wono nso ese wo nsam kan eso pani kasamienko ono so ninchire mu enie
the ISO certification in respect of so bringing it down for all of us to understand is that whether or not Big C, for instance, had the license or the certification to upgrade vehicles into ambulances, from what I also heard in court, and I'm not going into the merits of the issue, but from what we all heard in court, the certification for same was granted in April 2015. Now, this means that Big C got the license or were registered. Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. We presented the facts, and in that document, we all heard in court, and I'm sure you heard yourself in court, where the accused person read that the accused person originally registered in April 2015. So the ISO certification is abundantly clear, originally registered in April 2015. Now, this is important to note this date because this date is subsequent to when even the ambulances were procured in the country.
Anyway, so I wapania one nekasa edema aban lawyer pani Godfred Amenidin e de Isaac Wilberforce Mensa and what this ansem we etu edwa
ye to akase bono so na ye bomfa nwura mu ofifie matenum na din Edinburgh University of Cape Coast eye business school no wakasa na den ede professor eye John Gate na o kiremu a eye nwanwa pa na wonim botaye ene adwunumo pa enti oswafo a onde ohwe adwadie na afimfidi dwuma so Keti Hamonde aba bonten e kasa ene odemra eba na samra na eba na eba abetai eye cement adesha mo ye cement dwumadie na na so mo e produce cement o magana mo no babo kese cement na ho ba na Ghana adesha mo kotobie edisi o madan no entima ebo no enkosoro no pani ya kasa na wo kirem se ene wanwa pa efiri se o man Ghana ene obe na o man Ghana mu wo hwe niam Ghana tonton de hu dwa na enya cement nkutu na o magana de hu dwa ne ba ne san ena Keti Hamonde se wo ye mra cement nkutu hu mra na apasa oye o kasa na wo kirem se ono kasa na wadwuna obepem samre yi ewa mra oswafo a ohwe sese adwadie ne mfiri dwuma so ebo ne tirimu po so obo no ho moden na ode mra ede ba na mra ode ba no ba be hye wono ma ye cement ne kete se edu pempen so na semra no mubusu a ene ye mabetimi ahye wonom mokwa kwadem ba ye semfinsia ne miensa ene o kirem se odwuna wonte asese ofiri se o maga na ewo mu yi ene tomato subo yentumi ento na de na ne de wontumi nya mra emfa beta ho Afisa na lolufo ebo Ghana for etu kwanya lolufo yentumi ntio ne bo den na Ghana for kasa na obisa se na eno so ansi asese oswafo a ohwe adwedie na afimfiri dwuma eso no ontumi mfa mra mata ho ana afiri se ne ka etu frɛ ɛyɛ Accra Central kwala pasa na waka kyerɛ ɛyɛ passengers ne say medu ka me nkroma sakra me nkobio na wagye ebo ne se hwim na passenger foi esu o kyerɛ mu se no so ɛha pa ne santi se wayɛ mra de a mane mfa cement nko ho mra mfa ma o ma no ho modern se mra na wɔbɛyɛ ne Ghana de be edi hu dwa no obetumi ayɛ mra ɛbata ho sente sa pare na wo kyerɛ mu ayɛ se papa ya na mo a wotuo no wei amanyɔsɛm efiri se enche be abato aba o man Ghana mu nti ɔpɛ bi obegyina so no wayɛ na Ghana fu ahunu se ne mbibia manyɔkɔ mbɔ ho modern pa pɛ se Ghana man yɛ hu tumi kyɛ no kyem se depi o ma no ho modern se wo hyehyɛ mra ne de a enkati across o man Ghana de be edi hu dwa no o ma mra no enka ne ntumi moa ne yenwregret ne ma hodo eton man Ghana metumi aboma Ghana edwede aye die no tumamfo no o mo ho atumi adwom o kasa aye no emu nkyeremu ni
why rolling cement if it's the right thing to do because you don't use rolling cement for construction, you use other materials which are also very sensitive to price development in the country, so we need to look at that because if we are not careful we'll get to a point that all items which are sensitive to prices will be drawn under price control, will not be the best for the economy.
Any OTA, din at the University of Cape Coast, business school, no. The day at the Professor John Gatti.
Yentwa we are from Tebreka Sebono Eso. Na Ousu Edward, what the about Facebook, no soon was see would take a Sebono. As I hear life pa ewo adenta Lotto Kios was see designs. And also what here Master Charles Ene Ibrahim, the owner of Daily GHO Ombejo so yeah that's it. Yentwa kase bono so na yenku anim yada so agiremu was cement ho ensensemo a apie no a edom kuma wonom ewa Ghana yemna hye bedwafie minority wonom so babonte abekiremu se wo hwe anamo a onabo trade minister KT Hammond wo fa so edesa ela no epeso adebeto emra hye bedwafie no a wotirem se unconstitutional na emram no ye fa ni ultraviolet wotirem a wose adenti ana KT Hammond epeso wade saa emra no eba bonten wabra ye wa Ghana Standards Authority wono masade ne se wodi bibi eba Ghana hanomo a se Ghana made ana se bia imported goods wono me se wo se adwuma no ana sade na wo ye no quality na emom no se eba price control a Ghana Standards Authority for adwuma eno nti minority no echirim se ye KT Hammond LI na opeso wade ba na ebe kire cement bo no se wa nkosum yeso biem no ankodwere ho na se wa de se de ba no wanfa ama minority ne kire se wo mebo atoagu na sansem we nyina no to amontre so no pani a wogina mu ema minority no ensem wade to dwa minority spokesperson on legal and constitutional affairs honorable Bernard Ahiafo ana wo kirem se ye wo emrampo ho no mo a eka de KT Hammond eka ho asemun na emom wo hwe LI no a honorable KT Hammond odi aba no a ase enesa ye parent act no ehia anche se ebrabo bia bamti no eba ne sen ana ase adwuma a Ghana Standards Authority for na ye no ene KT Hammond ase wonti asie wotirem se honorable KT Hammond na adwene se wodi bibia ba ya manyosem a enye ade a Ghana mra no aka ho asem dada eno nti se wa na adwene hu biem na se LI na wo sponsor de aba parliament no enkyerɛkyerɛmu ene ntiasie bia mamu a minority ne kyerɛ se wono mbɛbɔ atoagu empredu wo ha ene wo pepe so
that particular regime of price control to allow economic indicators to be able to determine the price of goods and services. And clearly, I am a lawyer, I'm not an economist, but I know there are determinants of pricing. A good example is that 3 months ago, $1 is 12 cedis, but today $1 is 16 cedis. So if you used to buy a raw material at 12 cedis, today you are purchasing the raw material at 16 cedis. So if after purchase of the raw material outside the country will cost you 12 cedis and you have to sell the goods at 15 cedis in order to make profit together with other recoverable costs. And today the price of the same raw material has moved to 16 cedis. What do you think will happen to the price of the product? Definitely it will go up. Now another factor is interest rates. So we need to find a way of dealing with prices of goods and services general rather than using a method of price control. Now, another problem that the committee has realized is that if you want to engage in price control, then it may lead to artificial shortage and black marketing. Artificial shortage and black marketing in the sense that if cement producers, for instance, have taken a decision that, they will just produce a small quantity of cement, whoever can illegally purchase it at the price that they will sell it in order to make profit should come for it and put it somewhere in the black market. And if you are looking for the cement in the system, you are not getting it, and you need it. It's an essential commodity. What we mean is that you have to resort to that particular black market to be able to purchase the product.
Enya yati yeyi eye emrahye bedwani a wote abalnua so de ma wo manfo ne adehye a wonom ewo Akachi South ewo fra omantamu wono na ye minority spokesperson on legal and constitutional affairs ne di ade honorable Bernard Ahiafo
ye to akase bono so ne ye momfa ngura mu ewo Asante matem ne honom ena Asante hene otumufo se tutu a otosum yenu wakasa kiremu se eye ne wanwa pa efiri so manga na ye wo msese no wo hwa yare sabia hodo wo manga na mu na empenifo ahyase atu dwumade nyina agegem gese sabe abo agegede nante o kiremu ha adwen ye pa efiri se ukopia wa Asante matem a project ahodo empenifo eya asopiti no sese amekase dodo na yade empenifo moden atwom se de afiri ho a project no etimi ekonanim o kiremu sese ayakase ni mani empenifo omom ho moden so mbeboa na sa project ahodo a akasensem no wonom betimi asi na niam etimi akoye yade ma apomuden eye mpotem no onamna otumfo akase na okyerem sese amekase no ukopia mu agyanna 111 project a wonom eye wa Asante matem mu a o kiremu adodo na kokasensem agyasanya de empenifo eto adwumadie no so na wo kiremu eye pa efiri se wo hwe omanga na ayaresabia hodo na enyina yekura na se kobase ne empenifo guso eye sese dwumapa aboa ama pomodi agyina na naso de na ba ne se ne project ahodo amo ye ne sese amekase ne nyina atwa sensan otumfo de nsem wonya dutudwa emra osoafo a oda omanga na pomuden ano Dr. Bernard Okogyeabour ekopi Asante matem emra okonsrahwe na okopie mu ewoye otumfo no ankasa manhia na kate na otumfo de nsem wonya dutu nanim na okache ne se ehu behia pa se agenda 111 project a oye no mo no homoden se enimani mo no homoden aboa na dwumadie nu atimi akonanim otumfo akasa na okyerem se ono ankasa bomoden akopie mu ewosewua project a eye ono mo ye na okyerem se amekase adehye mpotem ho no no ekase kyerem se enyinam kanea ebi ni ho akwambone e wompotem ho no no ha adwenye pa otumfo akasa na okyerem se ohwe sika hodo ampenifo de ahye sa aresabia ni mazesi amekase dwumadie na atwa sensa no okyerem aye ne ya pa efiri se sika tuturi de ampenifo de ahye apomden ayaresabia hodo mu no eba ne se nenne dwumadie ni nyina atwa sensa na ampenifo enye okata na osa kyerem se amekase no wankasa wonya ne nte yese o manga na esika sem no ekwana nimu ye pa na nti eba ne se nenne se Ghana sika sem agya na so bra ne dia adenti na ayaresabia hodo ne ampenifo ma ho moden na wonum ensi na okyerem se Bernard Okogyeabour en mani bo ho moden se ayaresabia hodo aka mudi hu dwuma na nso munya nwie no mo ho moden se anya hwere muntumi nya nyina dakuru mpo na montomo bo ase na munyini maako na momwa na sa ayaresabia no entimi medi dwuma na Ghana de hia wonom ehun fa wonom muntumi nya ayaresa ne betumi abo man Ghana kyekere no etimi akonanim
ayareba hu ne ma de ayese kai na tiatia ni hadise ozi hu ko ni na be to ya faso menim se national health insurance ko na me hwa no kutumi ya sakare hu papa and president asaka so me hwa ya so ebia se doctor for minister of health o mu nya de for na na eko so mu ko minister of health no ya na se bia nti ebia na ebe ko be fufu na de do about agro so we do so be ya so I sabi ni na kwamba ni be faswa be ya na yi yen nese ko si December to na mo ye ko e china o fa be so mu emreti e so ni human body san pass o huni de fa branch into ho ha so go to na ke kan so ai na wo mo de o huni de ti mu mi am ka do eno na ye hwe da na nyina ya class akos agenda 111 no after covid no na ke bebwa na amfiti asia ibia ka ibinsu wie emo bia obetro wie mi oni ami wie etimi nyini nyina de bia mi ka sa ba bia no bi twa ka so de ye kwan free enfo no ko si paganda enso si akakra no so de dia sabe so na kizaja na no na ni mo hwe no yi na there's a
eni a woti ye eya sante hene otumfo osai tutu a otoso mienu eno achi na Dr. Bernard Okoboya oda omaga na pomuden ano no wakasa no chim se oda otumfo asepa free se wo hwe dwumadi a wodi a ene konfa no che abanya resabia obon ho moden atwa foto de asi wa Ghana de hye bi eboa momudi sika eboa na resabia no mutume sesa ne tibia ewom sesei afin so wasaka se kirem sesi amekese no aban gusu ayendoto se enche bia resabia hodo a wamugusu omusi asesi akaka sensembe no omba moden no matumi asini nyina maboa ma Ghana apromoden so atumi akon akonanim
ba say ye da for all the good works. Confirmation time I go school grana structure and way back in 2000s. Until here confirmation project. And no compound and see person more than us. Process and hospitality renovation to Makesi. Some people have shied away from it. But too full to grow as to see us and dance. And a second is Matisse too far to deny Akosiria. Ako share hospital. As a two for Korea, and I'm not doing time to be so now. Ako share and that's a man assurance. Say money, Sana, your money, be in Jumati. If you want to make us say, oh, Asante, a support here, but I'm so sure in course. Now, I say, the Juma Yayo, Asante, one of the things that President Eshen said, no one for beyond Pastor Juma, why any be all now or beyond Hudi, by Asante. Now, the person to fashion said, the baby was saying Syrian facility and benefiting the region.
Any out ye, a swafwa, or no, and I'll show my Ghana. Ya pomuden eso, the day at the Dr. Bernard Okoboy.
Yanto wi apram to breka se bono eso na my main kind messages me no bi e wa ha Kofi Parliament ano se DLFM the best station in Ghana na mu news no so mo ma yete nsem ase ne yete ase pa was live e free agona bobikuma ana bra pani Charles Mante was live e US was kase bono e quality was quality news time pa ana wase incomparable na yese kase bono oye ntoto ho a enye ye yedamu ase pa ye tia US for nso na me ento akase bono so na enku anim ye bodi ewram ewo NDC chine kase amanyoko no emu a wo pani asabre ni sabenkum ene nifa ne mienu ekita frank emu a wo him ejo na enkofo age so obodo eye kane mampene John Dramani Mahama na ena anopai ana okọ ni Facebook wo ene brofo kese a okọtro to so enya asam gotoa brofo ne nyina no wose I will push for a passage of rent control bill to check high rent advance Mahama ajonko na yewra kane mampani John Dramani Mahama ne brofo no ne nkyere mu nyina no ene se nyankopon ya dom na se wopani ma busmin ne da to so enso Ghana for de kokromoti ne fem no na se wo baba ye mampani a me pato ada wo so obetintim emra eye rent control bill na ye de akomra hye bedwafie na ye gitumu a eno ana ebeboa ama Ghana fo ade hye a wo mo ha dan e wo Ghana ha no mo no efie wura bi entimi nkwahye kokoam enka se wono de wo gi 2 years advance ama se bi o Ghana ni a wontimi nya 2 years no wakwakwada abonte na se bi anomampo o prebuo wo de sansem we atudwa no wo tiremu a wo se rent ho sansem a se e wo Ghana ha no mo no ama Ghana fo abrabo ne pie no adane apache ato ape chese impulse standard growth chese Ghana fo botom entimenya de free se sika no wodi paade ni moja nyina ebra ebewie kire na efiewura wagire nyina free nsem enu nti pane so ntimi ntena fie ema se bio asefua emfo nti Ghana fo nyina entie no na wonom emfa kokromotie no ema NDC amanyoko no na wonya bedi president biemu a wobehwe amasa rent control bill no etimi ayedwuma sane ebeye a efiewura wontimi nkwahye baabi na wonkase wogi 2 years advance na wode brofo no atudwa no enne ana wo kirem se sa ohwe Ghana enipa dodo a ye wo memu a according to Ghana Statistical Service wo mo de atudwa kirem se opepi aduasam yenu ene akire no a na wo kire se emu mako 19 million Ghana fo a wonom eni dan na emom wo mo ha dan kire se 19 million Ghanaians ana ha dan wo Ghana na nso ne nyina mo no wo hawo ani abebresa wo mo enem mo no ase aban a watiso anya na adwere se wo hwempo amaja emra bi mpo atimi aba enu nti wakotena fie ehunu se so wo de saamra ne be betima yadwuma ama Ghana for de share se bi wo mu ni baby da na wonom na ha dan wo Ghana ha no se bi ene bosome ananse bia bosom mienu na ja watimi atua advance na wo so watimi adam na wo kasa na wotiremu a wo se efa edan se na be ya edan bo be yefo wo Ghana ha no mo ama se bi ahiafo nso anya baby ada no na nhihye mu no wo kira so wo de bibi eba aye fa ne se social housing na social housing no ene se edan eba yefo wo Ghana ha ama Ghana fo nso anya baby ada wo tirem se social housing no ne nkura bata ba ko nso ene se wo ba obesisi adan ahodo na adan no ebeye accessible and affordable e de ma hiafo se de beya obi anso be de baby ada ne mmade ba ko esi de ni so pa se ete no ene se wo ba wo behwa ama eye rent control bill no ye be pass na atimi ayemra na wo de ba na se agitumu a obi anso betima hadan e wo Ghana ha Kwadwo praise him
hallelujah
praise him
hallelujah
azera azaya mama
was there yet to nyum ne na
chese wa ma ye ni wa age
dodo
Kwadwo Ghana ye wo mra wa ha ye rent control act no Kwadwo yewra mahama asembo haya wunyai
sana
unyanka we de nkoanka
sa
yes already Ghana ye wo mra wa ha Ghana ye rent control act no ye wo long term and short term when him say ye short term no if yewra so obi betena ofia eye bosome no age no bosome so anasa obi reading one asa age bosome say eye long term so a wontimi anji obi more than 6 months so obi pesa enwumre ye be free rent control for penifo na ye ne wo mo adi nkomo ye long term rent na wo krom ha no so wo betua advance kra no a if ye wura wontimi nye more than 6 months what am I say enti say ye wura mahama ka say afe na wode bill beba na emra na wo hodada wa na ebe enforce sa amra no
okomeno ya adwen DLFM 106 na ya timo no wo so waka say ye wo rent control for okra Ghana for do na be catch do say omo nyini se sa tesa so ye no kra wo ye hu omo so mfa so wo Ghana ha rent control okon ye hu mfa so obi anu omo so wo Ghana eni ho ebi aso ye no wo ho de na nso me no wo hwe omdwumadi omudie ne ye hu ni say eni ho ente ase because kure na yetimo no obia de ope da be na wate se obi kwaje dan a ene wo pedan won kra han han a ene me ahodo na aje ukuta 2 years advance ente sa wunya dan han okruma yes DLFM wo fie wura hu mabo no e obi a wadi kan ekwatua 2 years advance no na bia wota maso no wasan renew be yes 1 year sente sa pa de ne masa wunya ba bi na won kran ene Ghana afana ba bia ohun dise yetia no na se red control for me yetua mo ka bo so me de
when him architecture's house edan no a Ghana Highways Authority wo mu ewo eye National Theatre wo hu National Theatre enimo ho no ho na rent control for wo
mo ya adwuma o Ghana
wo headquarters wo ne Ghana Highways Authority ewo the same building you see me personally my hosting PRO public relations officer Emma rent control ni din edi Emmanuel Kposu meneno anya 2 different engagements on my former stations. We redeem run it today in pain say obi a person will be rented down for a short term one. If you ra obi any pan bet you bosome. Na sa bosome no so na say any pan person o renew one one say to ya den bosome and no short term. And I say a long term rent and so terms and conditions and say if you ra want to make more than 6 months advance. And to me busa rent control for say enti monti kroma. And if you rough for be ebi mukra meji 6 months 6 years advance. Ebi no muji 2 years advance ti mo hu ya na. And on to top papa so as if say the laws are there and who is there to enforce it. But do you know why? The entire assembly ni enti me enforce no say aban si dan. Uko Libya ohun. Aban no asisi na adan ewo ho eno nti se wo efiewura no se wa mfa saa emra na anya dwuma o dan no ha na betina mu ebe ya useless
okon se aban si dan kransi ho no ma wo o mana ya timu se ekwan na ye fa so no se ya ban ne twato ho na meboa asenkafo ne eyika owners no o matwa kwan
omuntwa kwan
enso mra na ye adwuma no se o nam kwan so edi wo no endi se aban si dan no nkire se obi si ne dan odi si Ghana no so ye woni pa o ma na hye ne nsa yes endi sam na ne ye adwuma de a eni pa ne ntumi fa ne pe enye de wo pe okrum ha
Kwadwo
okon
Ghana ho ye operate free market economy. Free market economy and they say will be our a boy then near magic.
I don't think I ever know.
What must you? You see, and I make her say, a minor say be a Maya papa na one more leadership papa no. One must see a dying. Enti efiera fa diabosumi nsiana sa wo so ngia
obenya bia ha
abani benya baby amani panatena enti wo efiera no dan be useless but here is the case efiera for no they are more powerful than aban because aban was dying
woni bi
what was cement COVID-19 ba ya aban here say if omo a wonsuo ewo fie emfa emu ntiche nkrofo no yenya womu a ewonsuo ni bie individuals be catch aban say ye bebu aton vis abanyo na utu ye pipe ye den ema yen and of course they were right to say that aban won't provide here and you want to enforce the law. You see ye mra no ho there was so many bottlenecks and so nka me hu ye yenya mra se bedwafo dade na mom ansa na e bill beba no government ye fe bibi veto power.
Okay.
The constitutional power given to the president to declare a bill null and void. Say the bill be to animua. Esasa mrashebedafo no. Mo na mo bi mo say bottlenecks akwansidie nyina ye ye firi wansa ne aiden ya passe. Ba Ghana no de afurubo hwe NPP side, NDC side ntini aiden ya jetum. Ghana ha aban be ne betima ka kire efiewura say jini pass message chenchena genetina ofie. O aban wo dan. Emra no wo ho
sa rent control ne de e be ya empenifoma yemfa ho no yenkopɛ mo bi ne yenye wo no
yemfa nyankukɔ rent control
emfa so be baso because ubisa apakanya o temi chances here ya rent control for no Ghana for do na akro munim dwuma mu di ɛna me mente krampo say rent control officers aba radio station na TV so kra educate public ne kra say ebia adan han ho hihye minti men ka last time kra me TV da
Kwadwo rent control official bi na what wager yetu no ni fie wura yini emegu abonten
onyi sei
ni fie wura ka chense sa so ye rent control a kire utumi rent control officer no what wager wa yeless ye bondi awia
ayo
no ye madam for pa ye yini ni emegu abonten so institutions no about 90% of Ghana ye institutions no a mushroom any basis rent control one what are they doing and you see I can say no Mr. Emmanuel Kosu on aye PRO and no interest in you fra wa wonfa obufu kwa and okra ne yeken because a law without enforcement is just a piece of an advice but if it take Kwame Nkrumah time abai na etimi enforce rent control mra ne pen
enye adwuma da
na wa abai wasi dan
enye adwuma
kai the country obviously the country is in mess Ghanaians are hypocrite asawa MC and okra no aka no wase Ghana ye hypocrite and okra na Claire just mentor and also Okogyeabour. Do you know something? The only law that works in Ghana is a girl don't go to a boy's toilet and the vice versa.
Emre ye juma Ghana higher back up ejanan say wo kwa ejanan so
ai
oba nko be ma edim na be ma so nko oba di eno pene mra Ghana betumi aka ni prince say eye adwuma
na no kra na fi da bi ebuso
wo say
ye buso
say wudu na hwe na obi amaya na bia ya hamache sa na na wa wi aho akotem
da bi awia na ebuso ayi when say gomu awakere ko say last month me ko Cape Coast no filling station bi wo ho na omo wo urina bi wo ho sa ye draw no mo a nkofo so mbe wiwi ni ade make us na ma na ma no bi agbawura mewura twa
ndi o ma no mo che o
na Hansin Diodu and we say good afternoon Okogyeabour Kwadwo Sammy. In fact DLFM News it's #1 watching you live from Atomic Hotel Dansoman and also what dia bay Apakai GH atmase Apakai apombo ko de
nyame adom bibia boko
Apakai ukite sika 1.5 esho botom kra wunya dan han rent control for edizo
ni aye ne de
hwe Kwadwo obi kita 1.5 if you ras wonye
wonje na obenye dan papa tena mo wankran na okon aju kita 20,000 o
DLFM 106.9
200 million edanya agina na nanso a wotena mu abon say yes wanya dan atena mu no
edanya atumutals
aju 20,000 de ko anse wanya dan han
and the single room crown 800 a month single room yes
port kitwa be better ano
single room na
800 Ghana cedis
rent control
disika 8 million bosome
kai
na ate ya ne mo ye adwuma da ben na bedu ba bia wo ko anu ne asem no
mamenko RTU homra
ko no hobra
DL News.
Ebusia mayansama wa ha ema wa kwa bamfambra DL 106.9 FM kasafidie so ene fiada ewia prem to breka sebo so mre wiedu se yesin kunya na gudiye mo so no ne ekọ ene ne ba ne yede tu anim Ghana gudiye mo nsam wa na nkrofun kro so de ne to fam sesia no ena ya boaboa no ebusia yede eba besom wo somfo ene fiada wie eyeme ayesu aro de hye apakan gh the blessed hidden tentam so a mention semana se emfon fifie emfama de mention se emfon fi legend ade Ghana football ye friend Reverend Osekofi na wakasa ose omo time no a omusi akan edemo man no na omo dwene oman no individually no omo nwene omo nti so omusi akan a omo kuomo edema ayo oman no nso ochemo se ne players na ba no so omusi akan ede ama Ghana omo nwene oman no omo dwene omo botom ni omo benya ene so obeyire no wabo na team bi ehu no na waba beto no nti oman ne de omo nhyada enwene ho we ne nsema Reverend Osekofi area to dwa no to ane samsono and odi to dwa sa brantia your friend Mohammed Kudus osinakan erema West Ham United no or see a brantia ne a generational talent to say sena Messi epie by Mohamed Poro epie by Abedi Pele epie by no or see sana a brantia your friend Mohammed Kudus a generational talent inti Ghana say to me share brantia ne suye and or say Black Stars no emre we do okacho to ado say on build the current Black Stars no around a brantia your friend Mohammed Kudus essence ye po or ye generational talent at the Ghana we ene some Reverend Osekofi area to dwa ye dia down en na wie e wakasiwe so na referee Alex Cote GFA referees manager na osi omo hwe nim so officiating and they complaining say enkoye no on be build the capacities of our referees na on be sade na osi omo hwe nim so on benya akwanya e wa manone na omo de yen referees no akọ training courses awodo na aboa mo performance no etumi etumpon we ne nsama referee Alex Cote ede atudwa no to ane nsam so no e no otu referees fo say so mo kwa kodi game a omo prepare honam ani and afe huhumu any mentally send be beboa e ma games no mkodi no o menya successful matches o se we referee na kodi game a men so le keke bompai na sre favor ne lack e fa fi nyankopon chen mentally no so psyche se game ya me kodi me pese medini se mo ya sa mo betumi enya good matches a we ene nsama referee Alex Cote GFA referees manager area tudwa ye di amount ye mami Messi tego kwaku e legend my women's football our Ghana or Black Queens coach and they all know coach has folk and team no or say my one musia kind mom build the future and before and sana mu football career no abewe into we see kind now we see sika na dwuma bia opese we invest now invest say coach na opese we ya na okokos or say bibia opese we ye after air football career no e say starting in day and sana football career no abewe we near futu sama mami Messi tegokwaku edi ama footballers a yere won some edi ama Fatal Mohammed former player edi ma had to folk or captain omo or say ne has and or start TNT has ni mojam na for the past 2 seasons no enyama nkoye emfama nitima ye friend has na sana football te etore bia team be peja ebeba fam na mom ne colleagues esi akan de ma has no or catch om so mom abemumbo omo nkoso nkoden emfama team no na or say next season no hwe anim se enyama befa edi ama team ye friend has folk we ni nsama mo abrantia ye friend Fatal Mohammed edi atudwa ye di ama Steven Diu Sinaka Edman Swateman FC or se bona ye bon obi a hwenim se obetime do the highest level and they obo Ghana Premier League now so opportunity bi ba se onkosi akan wa manone a opportunity obekọ we ni nsema Steven Diu edi atuja Enswateman FC a confirm say mutually no omuni 2 players apart ways edi kan omoso omu goalkeeper your friend Dennis Vothori omejane kwan mane ko mutually Samsuna Abu Usha midfielder formerly of House of Folk after 2 seasons no omone no apart ways a yede won komo ede ato anim yenwram a odin sesi akache omo nso akonfirm se omone division 1 side a ye frene Tamale City Arechi agreement omo striker ye frene Yaro Isaac no omo fa no on a permanent transfer na wa ba be si akan ede amom shenen so fa se last season wo division 1 no abrante ye frene Yaro Isaac no o share 17 goals and ede ma boboko a ye frene Tamale City en wonsam eno no Accra Heart of Folk akache no omo pushi edi nkomo se left back ye frene Samuel Abe Ashikwe no ombetumi afa no na wa be si akan ede abatima ye frene House of Folk enkomo twetwe no egusu a ekoso bibia totodi ndia abrante a ye frene eye Samuel Ashi Abekwe oba be si akan ede amaboboko ye frene Heart of Folk a ye de wonsam ede amom enche bia democracy cup no baso wa Accra Sports Stadium michema 5th July 2024 and a democracy cup no ebaba su Kumasi Asante Kotoko officially nende omo resume training omo prepare edi akobo democracy cup na yede won komo edi atuanim yenwram wa amanone na yemfa nsem ne bi emfi omfa mrawdia ende no unim se Heroes ne de nyame admo chena and a round of 16 no ebetumi ahase na Copa America ne de michema South America omo championship no eguso ekoso ewo man ye friend US mo na matches ne bia totodwa result ne say na tie endra gubi no o man ye friend Venezuela omo che Mexico bo me kaba ko pew o mantumi ante sanso na uramo ewo group C na endra o man ye friend Panama USA ebo me kapol polimi no omo timu ba kon enne anope 1 game atodwa o man ye friend Uruguay omo tumre omo che Bolivia ebo me kapol poli enuma omo entumi ante ena ebo ne enwumre nondua wo group D no omaya ye friend Colombia omone Costa Rica edi beboni a ye don komo edi atuanim yenwram ne emfa stories ne bi emfa modia uram o Manchester United akachi a omaya omadwense omo technical team no omo pese omo strengthen no enti ne omo pese omo di 2 new addition ebekan edikan no omo former player ye friend Ruud van Nistelrooy omo pese omo de ne ba and afense ukopie mo go ahead Eagles man ye friend Netherlands omo coach e friend Rene Hick ono so no omo person omo de ne beka enti Manchester United ayo madwen so omo person omo di Ruud van Nistelrooy ene Rene Hick e de beka papa ye friend Eric ten Hag Mayu de omo tiru Netherlands no omo ansa omo chida Netherlands player no omo kofana ba omo coaching staffs ni nyina e ba be Netherlands fo a ye don komo e de atoanim na report afi France e ba ne say Abrante e friend Kylian Mbappe PSG ko omo pe new play abeshem enti ne omo de omani achem e Boboko a ye friend Manchester United akache Boboko e friend PSG are ready se ombe tueske bia Mayu ebeje no omo de Abrante e friend Marcus Rashford aba na wa ba be replace Kylian Mbappe no ma ye omadwen se na otwi bia ombe ma Abrante a ye friend Marcus Rashford 350,000 pounds a week na wa je agu ne botum na wa be sia kan e de ama Boboko a ye Ricardo Calafiori na bowe ne monmo awoso last season obo Bologna moma qualify Ecobo Champions League Heroes nso ne monbo awosoro edema Italy ni amete eni se team sakese tu egu ne so brutal a omo pe Ricardo Calafiori 22 years na Juventus, Real Madrid, Arsenal, Chelsea and Boboko a ye friend Manchester United nyina no oma ye oma dwen so omunya brante a ye friend Ricardo Calafiori omo de ne beba na wa ba be sia kan edi amoma ye de wonsam edi emao na ende uram Real Madrid akachi a ende abrante a ye friend Joselu Matu no official in the team a ye friend Real Madrid echema o meje ni mu a odi na ichemu wo Boboko a ye friend Agarafa wo Kata na wa kwakosi na kan Real Madrid atono 1.5 million euros and the Amaboboko a ye friend Agarafa ewo Omaya ye friend Kata Joselu Matu ekwakosi na kan wa ye de won sam e dia mabusu nyina we so na gudio mun sam ya boabo no ndewie e de besomo no yam fancy me amede nsam de ba dia meje so no ya Yesu ano de hie Apakan GH the blessed king. Over to you Okogyeabour.
Abakan yada se enti ye begina we so na wiai ensam ahodo a ye boabo no e de besomo no ye de besi wa hanom ese kasebo na mayenkai wo se Sunday Shams Consult wonom any company ene awiai wonom aboya dontina da bia no ye bo mo eho dawuro e de kirewo esanse yenim de yenti ane ya so ahwa age de yenti ne ye bomu enkomo e de amawo me pa cho pese utu kwan wo pese wo free Ghana na wo to abrabo no so me pacha wo bomoden se woni Sunday Sam's Consult wonom travel and tour agency why be paying and nti wonom track records de eda hodada se wo pay United Kingdom visa wo betima je ede amawo se wo de tumu a emfeli sadan so ana Canada and also no omo sabetima ka no mo age ede amawo United Arab Emirates, Poland, Croatia, say Greece and afenso no Serbia ababeka home na Greece and Serbia de no working permit e kan natural say to make krata wo kon wo de be adwuma ese Ghanaian no me part we no so Sunday Sam's Consult won betima age ahwe no maye e de amawo wonom atena ye no e wo Ofanko barrier asofan Wise Park Hotel wo dodro won mo a wo ben Wise Park Hotel hono a anase asofan new station hono na udru hono ma odi bisa obi abekire wo anase wo konso anu afre 0244 291 546 0244 291 546 email address no samuel626@gmail.com me pato wabodini we say we connect dreams with opportunities wonom any company ene awie wonom ebo ye chiredom ema awie kase ebo yede ebeso mo DJ Omarion ana ede yen eko Facebook no eso aseda eyewo Ghana ni a utie yen na hwe yen eyewo dia na Asante Emmanuel ana se wono nso ehwe yen live pa nti Asante yeda wase papa mo a mo bia totum no nyina no yeda mo ase akenkanfo mienu edia mejeso eye Gangster Katia meeting kura Okogyeabour Ocran mene
Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy
yada mo nyina se awie ama mo nyina mo enitia woji yen oboja
DL